The alien abduction of Herbert. Police officer Herbert Schirmer met aliens from Venus and went on board their UFO. The incident took place on the cold night of December 3, 1967 at 2:20 a.m. in Ashland, Nebraska. Herbert Schirmer was a young, 22-year-old policeman. The police officer passed by the only open business this late at night, a gas station. The police officer then noticed something unusual, at a distance which looked like glowing red lights flashing upon a truck. He drove down Highway 63 until he came upon the scene. The flashing red lights spotted by Herbert Schirmer were coming from oval-shaped portholes cut into what appeared to be a metallic, oval-shaped object that was hovering about 8 feet above the road surface. The strange oval-shaped object was generating a high-pitched whine and a blue flame from underneath. Interestingly, the officer was shocked to discover that even when almost half an hour had elapsed, it seemed like only 10 minutes. Out of the blue, the officer began to feel sick and observed a red welt under his ear. He peeped out of his vehicle's window but observed that the strange oval-shaped object flew away swiftly. Deciding not to call it in, but because of what he saw, he returned to the police station. He looked at the station clock to note the time. It was 3 a.m., and he was baffled that it took him only a few minutes but the clock's indicated time had passed. Months passed since the incident took place and words reached to the U.S. Air Force that a UFO has been witnessed by a police officer, and he was ready for testimony. Herbert was hypnotized there, and he could recall that aliens had emerged from the craft. Under hypnosis, it was reported by Herbert that he had witnessed a blurred white object that came out of what he had at first mistaken for a truck because of blinking red lights. The white object somehow established a mental connection with him that prevented the officer from drawing his gun out. Physically, the creatures were about 5 feet tall, had long, thin heads, slit-like eyes that never blinked, flat noses, and no lips. The creatures took Herbert to their ship, and told him that the beings belonged to a nearby galaxy and had bases on Venus as well as on Earth, off the coasts of Florida and Argentina. The strange creatures were friendly in nature and only wanted to help humans, however, they would only reveal themselves when humanity will become more accepting towards extraterrestrial existence. Herbert Schirmer was told by the leader to say nothing about what he had seen and that he would be contacted again twice. The most interesting part is that Herbert reported the winged serpents depicted on the spacesuits of the creatures. Intriguingly, in more than 2 to 3 other close encounters with the otherworldly creatures, the same symbol has been reported. It is especially strange because a winged serpent is a familiar image in earthly mythology. Dr. R. Leo Sprinkle thought Schirmer believed what he was saying and was not consciously inventing the story. Upon returning as a police officer, he was badly trolled by the people of the town. His patrol car was subsequently dynamited, its tires were slashed and windshield was broken. To exacerbate his misfortune, his wife left him. All these misfortunate incidents later compelled him to quit his job. However, he remained stick to his story.